Hello and welcome to lesson 2. I am so excited. We are going to start setting our goals. Now, in lesson 1, you had time to think about your income, your work situation, your family, the lifestyle that you live, your health. What do you want to do? What would you like to change? And your net worth. At retirement age, what do you want? So, those are 4 areas that you were able to consider for setting goals. Now, this is a 3 goal method. And what I want you to do, you've downloaded the PDF. So, what I want you to do is in less than 30 seconds, you're going to write down 3 of the goals that is most important right now and write them down quickly for 30 seconds. So let's do this exercise together. There are 3 slots right there on that PDF. I want you to use that. And I want you to write down 3 goals right now that you would like to accomplish in the next 30, 60, 90 days. Write fast. Okay, now that you've got your 3 goals down, I want you to do something on beside those goals. I want you to write down that you want to accomplish goal number 1 that you have in 30 days, 60 days, or 90 days. Put a deadline down there for each one of the goals now. So now you've just set your first 3 goals. That's what we're going to focus on throughout the remainder of this workshop. So now you have your 3 goals. And the reason I ask you to write them down quickly, because whatever your answer was, it's probably an accurate picture of what you really want in life right now. They may be very big goals that you need to set a 1 year, 2 year, 5 year plan, or they may be very simple goals, small goals. Maybe you want to lose weight. Maybe you want to take a course at the community college. Maybe you want to start a business. Maybe you want to take a trip. Whatever those goals are, they're not too small and they're not too large. The only thing that is not acceptable here is setting a deadline that can't be achieved. So make sure that you have deadlines on each one of these goals that can be achieved. So your goals must be in writing. There is some magic in writing them down. Like I told you of my story when I wrote on the back of that envelope 10 things that I needed to do to get my life together. Something happened. The wheel started turning, the magic started happening, and I achieved all of those goals. None, not all of them in 30 days, but I did get a job and I did get a place to live and I did, on and on. It just kept building and rolling. And especially when I acknowledged, when I found that envelope again, that I had accomplished two of the major goals that were on there, then I really set off thinking about the rest of the 8 that I had on there. And I did tick them off one by one. And it did take me a year, but I did finish them all. So your goals must be clear, specific, detailed, and measurable. Now, take a look at those 3 goals that you wrote down. Is it clear what you want? Is it clear that you want to lose weight? Is it clear that you want to start a business? Is it clear that you want to be the manager at the company you're working with right now? Is it clear that you want to take a trip? How specific is it? So now make sure that it's very specific and detailed. We're not talking about the cloud in the sky stuff where, I just want to be happy. I want to learn to be happy over the next 6 months, 3 months. And that is a goal, but that's not what we're working on here, because when you put down really clear, specific, detailed goals, some that you can measure, something that we can track and measure. So once again, I keep saying it, you've got to write your goals down as if you were placing an order at a restaurant. Write them down like if you put down there, I want to write a book, be very specific. Or I want to start a business. What type of business? What kind of book do you want to write? You see where I'm going there? If you put down weight loss, how much weight do you want to lose in the next 30 days, 60 days, 90 days? Make your description clear and detailed in every sense, because only 3% of adults have written goals and 97% of everyone else works for the 3%. We're going to change that. That is my goal here, is we're going to change that. I want to get this message around the world, and we're going to change that. So set a deadline, because this is what's going to be what happens is when you set a deadline, your subconscious mind uses deadlines as a propulsion system that moves, that drives you, that consciously and unconsciously drives you toward achieving your goals on a schedule. And if your goal is big enough, set sub deadlines if you have to. And if you want to achieve financial independence, you may need to set 5 years, 10 years, 20-year goal, and then break it down year by year, so that you know how much you have to save or invest. This goes with any long-term goal. You break them down. Always set a deadline for achieving any goal. It can be 90 days, 120 days, 1 year, so forth and so on. And if for some reason you don't achieve your goals by the deadline, simply set a new deadline. It's okay. It's okay. But it's not okay to quit. But it's okay to move that deadline. There are no unreasonable goals, only unreasonable deadlines. So this is the end of the lesson. I will see you in lesson 3. I want you to think about those 3 goals. Start setting them up for success in your mind, because we're going to continue this journey in lesson 3. I'll see you there.